good timing and well done tonight.
Yeah, thank you very much. No, it's a huge amount of satisfaction here to get a win with this horse here in town for Martin and Kay. Unfortunately, they're not here tonight. They nearly come along to nearly every time he's run here, and he's been an unlucky horse due to his racing pattern for most of his attempts at MOs. He's been storming home late and running placings in, I don't know, you lost count of how many times that's happened. So he's been a model of consistency for quite some time now. I think Martin said he's been in work or been racing since February last year, basically with no significant break. So he's done a fantastic job, and really pleasing to get this on out of the way for him.
I suppose when you've got a small horse, you can manoeuvre in little small pockets, Derby, and that's exactly what you did at the start.
Yeah, no, we were pretty lucky at the start. I thought I'd chance my arm, chance my luck off the arm, and the gaps opened up in the right spots. And once she gets a good trip, she's such a little warrior. Tries her heart out, so she gives you your all. I knew I was going to be thereabouts once I ended up behind the leader.
She's got that flexibility, hasn't she? She's got the speed, but also, as you said, if you can just tuck her away, she's got a good finish about her, and she had to get used out of the gate for a good part of 150 metres or so. You got cover, and she settled lovely, and she just seemed to be travelling really well throughout.
Yeah, she's such a beautiful little horse. In behind the leader, just travels on the bit, and you're always going to get 100%. So it's just such a great feeling sitting behind her.
That was a very good win tonight. Well done.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really happy that he could get one of these better race wins. He's deserves it, and got loads of ability. I really like him, but even then, he tested me out at the finish. He's just one of those horses that has a few little quirks, but he's much better than he was, and I'm really happy I've got him.
Yeah, I was watching him in the warm-up, and he's getting used to it all. He was a pretty overexcitable horse, I think it's fair to say, early days.
Yeah, that was his problem. He charged, and when he charged, he just couldn't trot. And I had pulling gear on him, but it wasn't helping. And then he come back as a 3-year-old, and he's calmed right down. And as you've seen tonight, he had a look for the front, couldn't get it, and settled great after that. And he's he's got loads of ability, and hopefully this isn't the first feature race he wins.
Very good ability from day one. I think we saw her went on debut at Maryborough by if I recall correctly, and she's really done a very good job since.
Yeah, that's right, Rob. We've always had a pretty good opinion of her, and Adam and Janelle have done a great job managing her and taking their time with her, and I think she's going to be a really good horse of the future.
She is. She's doing everything right. She's by Art Major out of Sandy Kay, who also was a very highly performed horse, and that was her fifth lifetime start, 3 wins, and she's got good speed, but also a bit of bottom to her, Zach.
Yeah, she's quite versatile. I've always thought that she's going to be a bit tougher than what she is fast. She just gives you that sort of impression when you drive her, and I think she's probably proved that a bit tonight.
Terrific win by the Tom. That was as sharp as we've seen him, Chris.
Yeah, he's sort of come back a lot better now since he's had these little problems and being gelded. He seems to be a different horse now.
Yeah, he had a few runs back from a break, and his performances were good. He just wasn't getting a lot of racing luck, and in last start we saw him finish over the top to win, and tonight probably, as you mentioned, just going forward, found the top, and he was just on the job.
Yeah, well, he didn't have to do a great deal to get to the front, and once he was there, he travelled really strong. And you go back 2 years, he did run second at Soho Tribeca in a size stakes final and had no luck. So he's always been a good horse.
A nice, pleasing return, Mick, on track and coming up really well.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, when you get the good horses like this, they give you really good confidence to put them in the race and they'll get the job done for you. But that was a really good hit out for him. He's obviously first up from a spell, as you said, and he's still pretty soft and, got a lot of improvement going into the size. So when I asked him to go at the top of the lane, he put pay to them really good and then probably just knocked off the last 50. which he can do. But when he's got something there to race, he doesn't take him long to switch back on, and away he goes.
Yep, so that's the short-term aim, the Vic Bred, and then we'll just see how he pulls through there and then press on from there.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, only being a 4-year-old, we'll go to the Vic Bred, and like everyone says, you know, we stepped him up into that Grand Circuit sort of racing in the Ballarat Cup, and he handled that really well. So, you know, after the size, we'll see how he goes through it, but, you know, we're really hopeful that he can take that next step into that Grand Circuit company.
We're just able to give it that little bit of a breather at some stage down the back, Mick, and once you turned her loose, off she went.
Yeah, exactly. Look, she's always been a high-class filly, as you alluded to, Rob, and her form's been terrific this season in stepping up into the open mares grade, and yeah, really well-deserved win. And like you said, we got a really good first half there once we were able to force our way to the front, and with her turn of foot, you know, pinch that gap around the bend on horses like Pistol Abbey. They're very fast and make it really hard on them.
She's got good physique about her, and all indications are that there's no reason why she won't continue on with the job.
Yeah, definitely, I agree with that, Rob. She's only a young 4-year-old mare, so you know, to step out into this open class racing like she has, I'm sure when she really feels out and matures again into a mare and not a girl, she'll be competitive in these races for quite a few years.
She's been racing well and made a bit of an approach to Pie, the horse, and that's eventuated for Julie and the team, and what a nice race to win.
Thanks very much, Rob. No, we really appreciate that. Julie's lucky to be here. 6 weeks ago, she was in hospital, cut all up and everything like that. And we haven't been able to have a bit of luck lately with the young fellas being really crook and everything like that. And I said to Stephen about 3 weeks ago, I said, "You got anything for sale, old mate?" He said, "You wouldn't believe it. I got a beautiful little filly there, closely related to your girl." And I said, "Oh, who, Julie?" "Yeah." She said, "Very closely related. And she'll do a job, and she loves the way you drive her, sit and sprint and da-da-da and da-da-da and da-da." Went home to Julie and I said, "You know, we don't really need any more." But she said, "Mate, the stables, there's not one decent one in there. Get a good one." And she bought it, and that's everything, mate.
Once you swept to the lead, he was challenged, but he was at no stage he was going to give up the fight.
Yeah, no, he's like that, Rob, this horse. He doesn't really go until another horse comes up. He's got a funny little attitude, and he's not really interested in going around on his own. Only when something comes up near him, he's got a bit of fight in him.
Very strong performance.
Yeah, he's a lovely horse, and he felt twice as good tonight as he did at Shepparton. He's more relaxed, he trotted better, and, you know, put that down to Lil's good training. He put some scalpers on him and had a bit of a chafe under the girth, and he's fixed all that up, and he's a lot happier horse tonight.
Certainly was. Favourite was a little bit tardy away, allowed you to get up into a reasonable start.
Yeah, I got a good... I slotted in early, and then Chris slackened off the pace, so I thought it was time to put him into the race, and it worked out.